I have officially made it to the 3rd trimester. I am 29 weeks tomorrow, but I'm headed to the midwife today for my 28-week appointment. I can just say I am feeling it. I am feeling like I'm in my 3rd trimester. I will definitely give more updates after the appointment. But if you can see, I've got big bags under my eyes. Like I've been tired, and it does not help that like once I finally started feeling better from the time change in Vietnam, my kids, like each one by one got like a stomach bug. So it was just like in the middle of the night, cleaning up, throw up, constantly doing sheets and like not being able to keep up with the house. It's just been really, really exhausting. I think we're all clear now. I think everybody is now on the mend. So I'm hoping I get a little bit better sleep now, but sleep is definitely not as easy to come by these days. I am not as comfortable. My back is starting to hurt. I'll have all the deets for you first, but let's go to the appointment and see what's going on. The appointment went well. Everything is looking pretty good with baby. She is head down, but not like engaged in the pelvis. And my midwife said that my pelvis is really out of alignment, which I have an appointment to go see the chiropractor on Tuesday, and I could feel it was out of alignment, so I knew that. So hopefully once I get adjusted, baby will kind of engage a little bit more. Other than that, heartbeat was great, and she was moving all around, and I'm measuring at 29, so pretty much right on track. I'm 29 tomorrow. The only thing that was slightly off was my blood pressure was 130 over, I forget what it was over. The under number was totally fine, but the 130 is high for me. I'm usually like 118, so she was like, did you rush to get here? I was like, no, not really. And she was like, well, it's high for you. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, call it crazy now, but of course, if we see it in tandem with symptoms of, you know, bloating or seeing spots, that sort of thing, keep an eye out for preeclampsia. Could just be a one-off thing. So we'll see next time I come back what it's like and go from there. But that was the only thing that was kind of out of the ordinary for me. Other than that, everything was fine. I told her that I was like a little bit worried about my size, because guys, I'm big. I will show you like a better picture at home, but I am large. Like, I'm the size that I normally am at 40 weeks right now at 29, and like my maternity clothes are getting tight, which like usually lasts me till 40 weeks. Like, that's how I know I'm larger than usual. And I feel big. So she actually said, you know, you may be bigger, but your uterus is measuring right on line. Like, baby is not bigger. She said she likely thinks it's because of the diastasis. My abs are just so separated that things are spilling out, and so it's making me larger, and unfortunately it's probably a side effect of that. So I'll have a lot to do. I am already doing core exercises for diastasis specifically at home. I'm trying to do them every day. But when there's a baby actively stretching, it's probably not gonna, like, you know, close while pregnant. So I'm gonna have a lot of work to do postpartum this time around, just to like make sure I'm working on that. But other than that, the appointment went pretty good. All right, so a few general pregnancy updates. I would say that things kind of shifted between my last update and now. I'd say things kind of shifted at like 27.5 weeks, which is like, you know, right entering the 3rd trimester. So like right on cue for that uncomfortable period. When I hit 27, I guess start of 3rd trimester, things were perfectly fine. In fact, that Tuesday, so 27 and 3, I had a doctor's appointment scheduled, a chiropractic appointment scheduled, and I canceled it. I was like, I feel so good. Like, I don't want to pay money if I'm feeling good. Like, I'll reschedule like 2 weeks later. But I canceled the appointment. And then 2 days later, so it was a Tuesday that I canceled, and then on Thursday, I woke up from sleep and was like, oh my gosh, everything hurts. My neck is stiff, and I feel like I have knots like all in my neck and upper shoulders. My upper back like just constantly feels like it needs to be cracked. My lower back hurts because my pelvis is out. Just like that little switch, like going into the 3rd trimester has been not great. So as you can imagine, like just pain is like picking up, the heaviness is picking up. My sleep, that wasn't affected right away. I mean, maybe it was, but it was hard to tell because of the time change with, you know, Vietnam trip and all that, and just like readjusting. But sleep is getting a little bit harder. I find that if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm having trouble going back to sleep. Sometimes I'll wake up at like 5:30, which I should maybe just get up at that point, but I'm still tired, like not quite ready to wake up. Like if I would have just had another half hour, it would have been totally fine, but I can't go back to sleep, so that I feel like a zombie like the whole day. And it's just not as easy to get comfortable. I'm like uncomfortable in bed. So like I said earlier, like I really need to pull that pregnancy pillow out. I think I'll do that tomorrow. Like it has to happen, as well as like the support band, because I think that's gonna help with the diastasis and just keeping baby up and in a good position to be able to engage and that sort of thing. So those 2 things I really do have to do. I keep putting them off. Sleep, yeah. And really I haven't had any cravings or anything like out of the ordinary. I think I mentioned maybe last time that I did do the gestational diabetes. I did the finger prick, and everything was totally fine. My numbers were perfect, really, really good actually, in fact. So I dodged that bullet yet again, pregnancy 5, and no gestational diabetes again, thankfully. And let's see, fetal movement has been great, actually. The span of like 25, 26, 27 weeks, this baby was like so incredibly active. Like I remember just being, I mean, maybe because I was on my own and like in Vietnam and able to just like not be distracted by the kids, I just noticed so much movement. And obviously she's still moving a lot, especially at night when I'm in bed. Obviously the times where they're most active, she's moving a lot. But I would say it's more like, I don't get like those strong, like, oh, that was a foot type feelings yet. I do feel feeling at both sides. So like I can tell, you know, hands are moving and feet are moving. Like I have movement at the same time on opposite sides of my belly, which is kind of cool. And sometimes like I don't exactly know what the feeling is. Like it almost feels like a twitch or like a seizure, like, you know, like a weird feeling. Like I have no idea what movement that is that she is making. But yeah, kind of sometimes like more rolling, sometimes just a heaviness, like feeling. I have not had any Braxton Hicks or contractions or anything like that. And yeah, that's like pretty much my update. Baby's updates, 15 inches, 2¼ pounds, size of a head of lettuce, which I feel like is so misleading because the previous week it was like spaghetti squash or something, and a head of lettuce seems so dainty compared to a spaghetti squash. So, you know, I don't know. But major, like last time they were getting their hearing, and now they're, you know, getting their sight, and they're opening their eyes and blinking, and that's like, you know, they're so human. And I feel like anytime you just get past that 26-week mark, where like, you know, viability, if something were to happen, is so great. Like I always just feel so good passing that point and knowing like, okay, like I get weird thoughts sometimes, like when driving. There was a major storm the other day, and I was driving to pick up Isabel from gymnastics in the storm, and I was like, oh, I could get in an accident. And my thought was like, okay, if I get in an accident, at least baby is big enough that like we could probably pull through it. Like, you know, those kind of like weird thoughts. So yeah, that's the update. We'll do a quick bump shot and then that'll be it.